Hello, my name is Dr. Hanson, and this is my partner, Dr. Glines, with Hanson Chiropractic and Injury. And today we have kind of a special health tip of the day. Tomorrow is Good Friday, and our churches, his church and my church both, have adopted a national day of prayer and fasting. And I was thinking about it this morning, and we kind of talked about it. We thought, this would be a good opportunity for us to just speak about the health benefits of fasting. Kind of what is it, and how does it work, and what are some of the benefits to it. So tomorrow we're going to both be doing a 24-hour to a 36-hour fast, and there's a lot of benefits in the literature to fasting. For myself, I typically do what's called intermittent fasting. Some of you may have heard of that. That is where you fast during a certain time period. So in my case, I fast from 9 p.m. to 1 p.m. So I do 16 hours where I don't eat, just have liquids, mainly nutrients, and black coffee is allowed, and water only. And then for 8 hours, I have a time period where I eat, and that's from generally 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And I do that 4 to 5 times a week. And then on weekends, it's a little bit more relaxed, and I eat more normally during that time. But for myself, I've noticed that intermittent fasting has really been beneficial for me. I feel great. I feel like there's a time of cleansing, and I just feel like I have more energy. So with this fast, this is going to be a full 24-hour fast, and there's a lot of benefits that the research has shown in that. One of the main benefits is it helps to rebalance your blood sugar. In the United States today, I think we all know that we are exposed to way too much sugar. The average person in the United States consumes right around 200 pounds of sugar, whereas even 100 years ago we were consuming about 5 pounds per year. Now we're consuming 200 pounds per year, so we have a tremendous amount of sugar that we're taking in. And that high sugar intake creates a problem in the body called insulin resistance, where our cells basically almost start giving up on trying to take sugar out of the bloodstream, putting it into the body, and that has all sorts of damaging effects to the body. So what they've shown in research is that when you are fasting, there's kind of a time of rejuvenation. It's a time of renormalizing, recalibrating blood sugar, and there's a lot of benefits to that. A second benefit to it is it improves on chronic inflammation. Acute inflammation is very helpful to our bodies. We want good inflammation. Inflammation aids in repair, and there's certain chemicals that our body needs to be able to repair properly, cell structures to come into an injured area that provide proper healing, and as a result, better outcome to that injury. But when we get into a chronic inflammation cycle, then that ends up creating all sorts of damaging effects to the body. We know it damages, a lot of research shows it damages the brain as an example, and leads to neurodegenerative disorders. Damages the heart is another one, and not to mention just the joints and just generalized pain syndromes. So chronic inflammation is a real issue. I think we hear about this, we hear certain buzzwords, but it's important to know that fasting has been shown to actually decrease chronic inflammation. Again, it's a time of recalibration, restoring for your body, and kind of a day of rest, so to speak. To piggyback on that, another benefit of fasting is just improved heart health. And several studies have shown that it actually helps to renormalize or recalibrate blood pressure. If there's blood pressure challenges, it helps to lower what we call bad fats or triglycerides, and lower cholesterol or bad fats has been shown. So it helps to normalize those types of fats in the blood and related to the heart. Another benefit has been shown for brain function and cognitive function, and basically that helps to prevent neurodegenerative disorders. That's a major topic today. We all are seeing the rise in neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's and dementia, and there's a lot of research that's pointing towards fasting being beneficial to the brain because it affects hormone levels and, again, like we talked about earlier, chronic inflammation type issues. So it's very beneficial for brain health. It also, of course, kind of the most obvious effect is that it limits calorie intake. So you just, excuse me, you'll just naturally take in less calories. But by doing that, it actually boosts your metabolism. So fasting has been shown to increase metabolism or boost metabolism at the same time of lowering calorie intake. which of course that's going to help in weight loss. And importantly, the studies that have shown that when they do it through fasting and intermittent fasting, it actually preserves lean muscle mass. So it actually truly helps you to lose the bad weight, so to speak, and actually preserve the good weight. So that's a real benefit to it. It's also shown to increase growth hormone secretion, which is a very positive hormone for our bodies. And in general, several studies are showing that it just improves what they call longevity and kind of defying the aging process. And so there's been several studies that show that. I think it's been a really beneficial thing. I think this time has been a very trying time for our society in general. Our leadership has a lot of questions and a lot of very powerful decisions that need to be made. And so we kind of feel that as a time of prayer and a time of fasting, we can kind of focus our attention on supporting that and just kind of coming together as a community. So we're going to be participating in this tomorrow. If any of you would like to participate, we would encourage that as long as your health is strong and you're of good health. There are restrictions. If you have a serious health condition, if you're type 1 diabetic as an example, most guidelines will show that if you're going to do a fast over 24 hours, that it's important to have your doctor's supervision or at least your doctor's blessing on that. So I would encourage that before you jump right into it. But if you're healthy, then you might want to look at fasting and doing a 24-hour fast or even just an intermittent fast to start in the process and see how you feel. I know Dr. Glines has done several fasts over the years, and I was just going to turn it over to him just to talk about just kind of what he's personally felt with the times that he's fasted.
And I really feel a mental and physical reset. It's almost hitting that reset button on the Nintendo back in the day. And with that, it helps provide me more energy, more mental clarity, and I'm able to just continue on doing what I love.
Yeah.
So it really helps.
Yeah, it's very good. I've heard that across the board from other people that have done fasting. For myself, same thing. Generally, you feel really kind of refreshed and clear and kind of rejuvenating. It's a time of rejuvenation for the body. They say that the number one energy consuming thing that we do is digesting. And we really weren't created to digest all the time, all day, every day, endlessly. If you look back kind of in the history of mankind, generally we didn't do that. We would have times where we didn't eat much, little to nothing for quite a bit periods of time, and then you'd have more of a feasting type period. And so it's more of a feasting and fasting type cycle rather than just a constant feast type cycle. And so I think that's been shown to be really beneficial. So we appreciate the opportunity to bring this to you. It's kind of a special one for today, and we're thoughtful about this day of feasting and fasting, or fasting I should say, and just being prayerful about that. If you would like our videos, then we always appreciate you going to our YouTube channel and subscribing, and then also going to our Facebook and liking us on Facebook. And we're going to be continuing to bring these to you, these health tips of the day. We have some great ones coming out next week that will be coming out to all of you. And we are here as essential healthcare providers. If any of you would like to be treated during this time, then you can always give us a call. You can just go to our website and get all our contact information at everettpainrelief.com. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you soon.